Welcome to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is your spiritual principle of a day episode, featuring a recovering addict.
Hi, my name is Rob M. My clean date is January 8th, 1994. You're listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is the spiritual principle of the day for March 7th. Maturity in recovery. As we learn to show up without anger, resentment, or fear, we develop an emotional maturity that we might not have expected. Living Clean, Chapter 5, Family. There's a saying about addicts that makes sense to many of us. Our emotional maturity was halted at the age we were when we began using. Although this idea is by no means provable, it may be useful in examining our behavior. Most of us can identify some pretty immature responses to life in our using days and our early recovery, lashing out, taking everything personally, and worrying about what others think of us. Even for those of us with time in recovery, our prehistoric brain still has its moments of eat or be eaten. We can react to situations, especially in family relationships, rather childishly at times, no matter how much clean time we have. Science has volumes to say about how our brains and thus our behaviors have been affected by family relationships, abandonment and neglect, traumatic experiences, and drug use. Though Narcotics Anonymous doesn't weigh in on scientific findings, many members seek help from practitioners who do. Do some of us find outside help beneficial? Absolutely. Is it sufficient for our recovery from addiction? Not in our experience. Although we have no opinion on other paths to wellness, we subscribe to the spiritual solution that NA offers us, working the 12 steps. Through step work, we identify our role in past conflicts in relationships and gain a better understanding of our tendencies towards self-centeredness. We examine what still provokes us today, causing us to act out in our current relationships with other recovering addicts, family members, and people outside of NA. No doubt we have ample opportunities to amend our behavior. Perhaps most consequentially, we learn to focus on being of service to others as a strategy to stop our adolescent self-obsession in its tracks. No matter what age we were when we first picked up, we're all works in progress. If we stay, we can grow. If we stay, we can grow up. Spiritual principle. I am by no means a finished product, but today I will try to counteract my reactiveness in relationships by coming from a place of openness, acceptance, and courage.
The Voices of Recovery podcast is an independent production of the Works of Wisdom. We welcome your questions and donations via PayPal at voicesofrecoverypod@gmail.com. This podcast is an independent production and is not affiliated with, associated with, authorized by, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Narcotics Anonymous or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. While NA literature may be read during episodes for the purpose of supporting recovery, such use does not constitute an official endorsement or representation by Narcotics Anonymous. In accordance with NA tradition, the NA name is not to be used to endorse or be affiliated with any outside enterprise, and no such endorsement or affiliation is implied. Music is by Sage. Thanks for listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast.